The people are poor, many of them very, very poor. In the island province of Basilan, the incidence of poverty is one of the highest in the Philippines. But in the nearby, otherwise key economic Philippine city of Zamboanga, the poverty rate has been unacceptably high too. In both places, many of these poor citizens live as so-called squatters, constantly haunted by the danger of sudden eviction. The housing backlog in Zamboanga City is 30,000 units as of last count. The highly visible number of homeless people roaming in downtown Zamboanga is one extreme indication of this huge housing problem. Rugged street children dominate the city's downtown sidewalks, struggling daily to survive a harsh, uncertain existence. A lack of basic services, from access to potable water, to public health, to infrastructures, aggravates the economic suffering of the people, especially in countless rural areas. Children of farming families, a neglected majority of whom are the poorest of the poor, are forced to migrate to the city, there to compete for scarce jobs and elusive education. In Basilan, though, many jobless, out-of-school youths instead turn to banditry, rebellion, or terrorism. Their lawless, now infamous activities as Abu Sayyaps creates a vicious cycle wherein, without peace, the local economy further deteriorates due to lack of job and income-creating investments.
ZABIDA has become a consortium of several NGO in the area from Basilan and Zamboanga, try to maximize the resources to accompany these communities and these sectors, meeting the basic problems of services, water, the children, livelihood, and also the element of integrating a peaceful relationship in the communities to achieve their social and economic security. This is working for peace and development.
The story of development in this country is a story of how we must manage peace. Because this is a place, Mindanao, especially Zamboanga, Basilan, we have seen the stories of war, the stories of division and hostility. It's basically because war, conflict has brought these differences, these problems about.
ZABIDA is composed of 4 NGOs, basically Katilimban and PAS from Zamboanga, Nagdila from Basilan, together with RUF, which is also a part of the Mindanao State, Western Mindanao State University. This organized as a board composed of several prominent people in the community and operates through these different NGOs, integrating always the social development, the ecological concerns, the women and health, the services, also the care for the children and the livelihood of the communities. This is organized by the board and implemented with some funding from the Manos Unidas in Spain and the Cooperación Española, the government funds in Spain.
Starting in 2003, Katilimban has provided to date some 591 low-cost houses to mostly war and economic refugees who fled to Zamboanga from surrounding provinces. Beneficiaries receive a loan in the form of construction materials, then build the houses themselves.
Yo bien alegre kay Costa kami sila pwede ka namon yung mga financial yasen sa poco en vida y mira yo grande kayo at ayuda con mi familia y te pidió gracias por el proyecto que dale si Padre Calvo. Es que dali karamon brindan digat ka oportunidad de tiene kami. Hindi mana te poder pascuela y tiene poco negocio, e don digaligya como sto casa poder arreglar.
To achieve collective economic well-being and communal peace, Katilingban extends various capability and livelihood services to the housing beneficiaries as well as to members of 16 urban poor associations.
May pagtingin ng Katilingban is building houses, but we're more into building communities. No? We implement several programs and projects. One is yung sa community organizing, nakafocus pa talaga siya sa organizational development. Meron din kaming health programs that focuses not only on yung mga health services, but more pa sa pagtingin kung ano yung mga iba't ibang kailangan para maging healthy yung tao. So, hindi lang services na blood pressure taking or herbal medicine, pero kasama din dyan yung issue ng tubig. So, kasama din dyan yung health ng kababaihan, isa issue ng violence against women, at health ng mga kabataan sa issue ng violence against children. Okay, so, kailangan tulungan din sila na magkaroon ng source ng livelihood para mabuhay. Sinisikap namin yung urban agriculture ngayon kung saan may ilan na gustong gumamit, magpalaki ng baboy in the context of a housing community. Meron din dyan weaving na ginagawang table runners, ginagawang ibang mga functional boxes. May iba na health workers na gumagawa ng mga herbal medicines at iba't ibang herbal products. May iba candle making, may iba sa ironworks.
Since 2007, Katilingban's livelihood support to its housing and urban poor associates has totaled 5.4 million pesos in loans for some 107 business projects. Nagdilaab likewise serves Basilan folks in a similar holistic approach. Among several assistance services, it has extended livelihood loans and capability training many residents.
El partnership del Nagdilaab at el barangay, uno el microfinance. Kay mira kami mucho quien quiere this clase pero el di capital na maligaya mga tao kay at least nabigyan nandito nito Nagdilaab, tumutulong sa amin.
Tiyan yung karo, kasi undi-undi tiyan yung mga bata. Alayo, kamo na eskwela, kamo Saturday Sunday, alina, sinagat klase at may undi anda, kilang inakasa. Kusi-kusi lang kosa-kosa, mga chichirya na eskwela ba sila. Pero dahil mga bata, mga pastil, para kuhan, pre-pre mga hotdog. Ako lang sila expectation din niyo.
Fishermen in Lamitan town have replanted their mangroves. In exchange, Nagdilaab extends to them livelihood trainings and microloans. Since 2007, Nagdilaab has given out a total of 9.8 million pesos in livelihood loans to Basilan borrowers. Santa Clara Barangay residents in Lamitan have long suffered from a lack of ready access to potable water. Nagdilaab constructed 9 water supply systems in Basilan that are managed and maintained by the residents themselves.
Tasa kami agwa na kwan lang. More than 3 kilometers, dyan sa kinabalagtasan, tanpetch kami. Pero hindi kami sure si safe akel and water. Pero dyan kami kiara, mga tap stand as outlet, and only few meters from our house. No? And we are only paying 2 pesos per bidon. Before, mucho kita namuntan ang bibiasis, pati esetan diarrhea. Pero lately, makin management niya blagat ka namon, kaya man lower, may daw ko niya, minima niya. Que bonito queda la monte, hay mucho que comer, cosa placer, kamanting kamote.
Meanwhile, in Barangay Bungyao in Zamboanga, upland farmers also built their own ferro cement water tank and support system, with counterpart support from their barangay council. The new water supply system in Bungyao has boosted the organic farming project of Roof's Eco Farm Park for that community's upland farmers situated in 4 sitios.
STL Academe base, no, attached in Western Mindanao State University, and among other things, kundusi kami mga community organizing, capacity building na 8 sitio del Bungyao. Na capacity building, dali kami yung introduce kami, no, integrated organic farming systems, para pwede lang kita man-share kanila kung sa kami pwede ma-experience using organic fertilizer. So, talya kami kunese integrated organic farming systems. And aside from that, taasi tamin kami liquid fertilizers. So, the liquid fertilizers coming from mga growth hormone extracted from, no, tang extract kita kunese na mga fast-growing plants. And then, saka kita ko ng growth hormone. Then, amo sitang spray na mga gulay.
Peace Advocate Zamboanga, for its part, also promotes green advocacy along with cultural peace education through its peace camps and replanting of mangroves. PAS fosters peace building through various community and sectoral engagements and advocacies. The Inter-Religious Solidarity Movement for Peace, started in 2003, brings together regularly people professing various religious and indigenous faiths to deepen their common ground in a journey to a future of lasting peace.
I think we have achieved a lot already in the formation of the Inter-Religious Solidarity Movement for Peace. It's now the Christian inviting the Muslims to take meal with us at the end of the day in Ramadan at sunset. That was not done before. It's a beautiful engagement of Christian and Muslim sitting together during mealtime in the holy month of Ramadan.
For Peace Advocate Zamboanga, Week of Peace is indeed an offering that what Zamboangueños can share. This was started in 1997 here in Zamboanga. It was initiated by PAS and Salam Foundation, and in 2 years' time, celebrating it in Zamboanga, the Bishop Ulamang Conference adopted it. The culture of peace trainings that we conducted, we focus both in a formal and informal situation, because we partner with the Department of Education for the culture of peace in schools, especially focusing secondary schools. For the past 10 years, we conduct regularly peace camps. The engagement of youth in our advocacy has been great in doing all our works. We have the Youth Solidarity for Peace. This is a movement of different youth organizations in Zamboanga. The Youth Solidarity for Peace were chosen as one of the 5 finalists for the search for 10 outstanding youth organizations in the Philippines.
Such concern and care of PAS for the youth is echoed in Katilingban's program for street children. Its Akay Kalinga shelter opened its doors to street children in 1998 to give them basic care.
Ang mga bata estabas to sa Kahino, and then invite kami kanila para laki na center para man-avail mga servisyo kay channel Akay Como educational services. Nadali kami ko ng mga bata, libres de todo. So, chene kami mga bata na entra-eskwela na elementarya, high school, na college. Chene kami literacy. Kaya insinya kami ko ng mga bata, pakimodo XPD, kunta, le.
Good governance underpins the synergistic collaborative partnership between and among the 4 NGOs comprising the Zamboanga Basilan Integrated Development Alliance.
We are really trying to maximize the practice of transparency. Not only transparency within and among us as institution, but also outside. So meaning the transparency between ZABIDA and our partner organizations to our partner institutions. We are looking at new partnership So for example, no, in the first phase of ZABIDA, we were training people, meaning the leaders of communities, to become facilitators, peace educators, farmer leaders. They will help in sustaining and in maximizing, no, the talents and potentials of other community leaders so that they will also become the next agents.
This is the empowerment of the people to participate actively into the new trend of governance, and that is basically the element of partnership. Partnership not only with agencies funding and so giving support, which is a partnership of agents actively engaging in accompanying the people, but also the local partners, to become real partners in the development of the community and the country, and becoming responsible for the concerns that we encounter in meeting the needs of the people.
So in other words, in anything that we do, we usually say that the journey always starts with a 1,000-mile journey, always start with the first step. And I think we have gone even for the first step. We have already gone several steps. So it's our prayer and desire that our involvement in the peace advocacy will indeed contribute to the government's effort and the effort of the whole population, that one of these days everybody will be working together for progress and development.